All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vendo podcast. My name is Nicolas Martinez, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at Vendo. Today, we're going to be talking about several different ways to cross-sell products amongst your catalog on Amazon. There's 4 different strategies we're going to go over. One is the catalog cross promotions. The second is the targeted cross promotions. The third is the anything in the buy box feature, which we also call the upsell widget. And the fourth is the virtual bundles beta program that's been around for a couple years now and is starting to gain some steam. Now, with any of these strategies, they're going to have more or less similar objectives. The objectives being maximizing click-through rate, maximizing conversion rate, boosting overall sales volume, driving catalog exposure, boosting up AOV, average order value, and also in the long term, supporting customer lifetime value. Now, the first promotion is the catalog-wide cross promotion. This is a promotion you can set up within Seller Central by going into the promotions area. How this promotion shows up on the product page by Amazon is, as you can see here on my screen. Now, if you're not watching on YouTube and you're just listening on Spotify or on Apple, I'll try to elaborate. But basically, there's this special offers and product promotion section that is right after the top of the page and right before the product description or the A+ content. It allows you to input some custom text, and we like to use an emoji in there as well to gain some extra attention. And it basically says something along the lines of, get 10% off your entire order when you purchase 2 or more brand A's products. Enter code blank at checkout. And then you can do another one, get 15% off your entire order when you purchase 3 or more of product A's products, enter code at checkout. And so this section is actually a lot more prevalent on desktop, or rather on mobile. It shows up very nicely after the details section, before the description. But on desktop, it really is hard to find, and a lot of people don't even know it exists. So what we do here at Vendo is we take the extra step of creating a promotional graphic that we then add into the gallery of the product page. Now, on mobile, where about 70 to 80% of Amazon purchases happen, that image gallery takes up the whole top of fold. It is really the very first place and potentially the last place customers see. So it's very important to maximize that image gallery. And so here at Vendo, what we do is we ensure that right after the main image, we are presenting infographics that speak to the features and the benefits of the products. That way, the customer can, learn about what the products do and start to form an opinion and feeling about them. And then after they go through that, we then like to hit them with the promotional graphic. That way, if they're kind of on the edge of purchasing, this will be enough to get them over that edge. But more so, it also allows us to accomplish several goals. One, it allows us to visually communicate other products in the catalog. Maybe you're a grocery brand and someone came to your product page because they love your chips or they're interested in your chips. But then through this promotional graphic, they get to see that you also sell popcorn and you sell nuts and you sell all these other things. Well, that's an opportunity for them to be made aware of other products, and not only that, incentivized to purchase those other products. And so that's one of the ways. Now, how are they going to look to find all of those products? Well, they can go to your brand store. A lot of people still don't know, though, that there is such things as brand stores, or if they know that, how to get there. Amazon does have this visit the brand store link on the top of every page, but we also like to use the promotional graphic as a way to communicate the URL for that brand store so that they are known, so that they know they can go to www.amazon.com/brand name and shop those products to leverage this offer. Another way that we like to use this promotional graphic is to call out that this is a one-time use offer. Now, it doesn't have to be one-time use, but we really like to keep this always on, meaning we're running this year-round 365, maybe outside of other promotions, but even then you can make it so that it can't be combined with other promotion codes as well. And so because of running it almost year-round or year-round, we want to make sure that it's only redeemable by the same customer one time. And so in that way, we are using this as a strategy to really attract and incentivize new to brand customers rather than just giving repeat purchasers a discount on a product they would have already purchased. So that is the catalog-wide cross promotion. Now let's talk about targeted cross promotions. Targeted cross promotions are also set up by going into Seller Central and accessing the promotions section. However, unlike catalog cross promotions, these are very specific promotions to two products. So as you can see here in this example, or as I can elaborate, you can set up a promotion that is save 10% on product X when you purchase, product Y, or save 10% on product X when you purchase, one or more qualifying items, and you can actually add in some other items. But the cool thing, one of the cool things about this promotion is rather than having to get crafty with an image gallery promotional graphic or hope somebody is going to see the call to action that Amazon puts lower on the page, this actually gets a much more prominent call to action. Right below the price in the coupons is going to be this orange extra savings label that pops up. And it's going to say promotion available. And then right then and there, they can click that and it's going to drop down with an add both to cart button. And so all the person has to do is click add both to cart. And then all of a sudden, both of those products are added to their cart along with that discount. So it's a more seamless user experience, and it's a more strategic way of doing it. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't also do the catalog wide cross promotion, because that can be locked to one-time use per customer. You can do both, right? You can lock that one to one-time use, and then you can do this as a way to strategically drive awareness to other products. And so let's talk about that a little bit more. We really like this as a product launch strategy, because think about it. If you just launched a new product, it's got no traffic, it's got no reviews, it's got no sales, it's got no awareness, but you have other products in your catalog that are killing it. Well, why not allow this new product to piggyback off of some of those best-selling hero products? So every time someone comes to that bestseller page, they're brought to light that there is this other product, and they are incentivized to go ahead and add that product to their cart along with the bestseller. So in that regard, we are allowing the newly launched product to piggyback off of the hero and drive that product up in the ranking and sales. The same thought process could be used for slow moving products. Maybe it's not a new product, it's just slow and you want to breathe some life into it. Well, tie it to another product that's doing well and drive up sales that way. It's also a great way, of course, to bring light to any accessories or complementary and supplementary products that may go well with that product. Maybe you sell a barbecue grill, and you also want to bring to light that you can buy a cover with it and get 10% off. So there's a lot of strategic ways you can go about this. And if you're unsure how to decide which products should go together, one of the things we do here at Vendo is we run a T365 market basket analysis. And what that means is we look at the last 365 days and we look at the data and we see what were the top combinations of products that were already bought together. What do customers already like to buy together? And so then we say, okay, this is the top 2 combinations. This is the number 2 top combinations. This is the 3rd top combination, 4th, so on and so forth. And then we create those as targeted cross promotions, right? Because if we already know that there's a buying tendency for those combinations, why not make it easier for new to brand customers, for people that need to have that spark go off in their head that, oh yeah, these products go together. And oh, wow, the brand's offering a discount. I'll go ahead and do that. So leaning into the data is highly recommended. Now, moving on to the next cross-sell strategy. And this is something that Amazon has, and it's called the anything to the buy box feature. Also, as we like to call it, it's basically an upsell widget. If you're from the D2C world, you probably are more accustomed to upsells and upsell widgets. It's one of those things that come up when you're going to check out and it says, hey, add this product to your cart, right? It's an upsell. And on Amazon, it's this little area that shows up kind of like a widget right below the buy now button. And it basically says, hey, add these other items. And all they've got to do is check the box and add to cart along with the product that they're going to purchase anyway. Depending if it's mobile or desktop, there can be up to 4 additional products. Some might recognize this as an add accessories option. You know, a lot of times if you're looking at a phone or a phone product, it might say add this, you know, accessory, phone case or phone charger. But it doesn't need to be just for accessories. You can actually add any products from your catalog that you want. Now, this feature is not really self-service, not yet anyway. If you're in the Launchpad program or you have an internal account manager through a program such as SaaScore, you can get access to this program. If you're not in one of those programs, you can try to see if you can get it pushed through with Seller Central. There is a special template that we have that you can use to submit it to your account manager or to Seller Central and see if it works. It's not guaranteed to work if you're not in one of those programs, but it's definitely worth a try. And it's just another great way to bring to light products that can be used as an upsell or cross-sell. Now, the fourth item is the Virtual Bundles Beta Program. The Virtual Bundles Beta Program, well, for that matter, all of these strategies really have the same goals, right? They're just different ways of showing them off. But with the Virtual Bundles Beta Program, it's more unique than the 3 we've gone over so far. And the reason for that is you actually get to create a unique product page to show off these cross-promoted products. And so how this shows up on Amazon is you create a new listing by pulling any 2 to 5 products that are already in your Amazon catalog. So Amazon basically says, hey, don't worry about pre-packaging and bundling products before you send them in to us. Don't worry about creating a new UPC barcode. If you already have these products in FBA, go in to the virtual bundles feature, combine any 2 to 5 products, give them their images, their title, their features. You don't even have to add in the SEO because it pulls it from the unique product pages, and you get to create a whole new listing. And then when somebody goes to purchase that bundle, Amazon simply pulls those products off the shelves of their warehouse. You do have to be in FBA for this, and they send it to the customer, and the customer experience is pretty much like it was a bundle already, right? And then on the front-facing product page, it shows up a little bit differently. It's merchandised in a more compelling way. Right where the price shows up, as long as you're offering a discount on the bundle, it's going to have a slash through on the bundle price, and it's going to say, hey, this product was originally, these 2 products are $71.99 if you buy them separately, but if you buy them now as a bundle, you're going to get them for 10% off and save $7 or whatever the 10% off $71.99 is, right? And so it's merchandise as if it were a sale. And so that just creates further compelling reasons to go ahead and buy this bundle. Furthermore, on the bundle page, there's a widget that shows up. It says this bundle contains 2 items or 3 items. It's right before the product description. And it shows the different items that make up the bundle. Excuse me, the consumer can click over to the different items and learn about them, read the reviews, and then come back if they want and purchase that bundle. In addition to the widget showing up on the bundle page, there's also a widget that shows up on the standalone product pages, which it says, make it a bundle. We found 2 bundles with this item or 3 bundles, however many bundles feature that product. And it's kind of like the frequently bought together section that you've probably seen that Amazon automatically populates. Well, rather than waiting on Amazon to automatically populate that, you can create a bundle and force that kind of frequently bought together widget to show your products. It's a separate widget, but it works in the same way. So how are you going to come up with product ideas for the bundle? Same thing as before. Run a market basket analysis, lean into the customer tendencies that you've already seen. And you can also get creative. What products might go well together? If you're a food brand, maybe create like the chocolate lovers, the vanilla lovers. You can get creative with it and see what works, what doesn't work, and test it out. Now, regardless of which of these 4 strategies you're most interested in, our recommendation is to run them all, do them all at the same time, or at least do most of them, right? Because it doesn't really matter if which way the customer finds the offer. It just matters that they're finding it. And by doing it 4 different ways, you're increasing the odds of the customer finding that offer. With the virtual bundles, it's really great because it gets its own product page. That product page shows up in search results. It gets organic ranking. You can also run sponsored brand ads on it. You can also feature the bundle in your brand store. You can create a bundles page in your brand store. You can add all your bundles. You can drive sponsored brand ads to that bundle page to bring more awareness to it and sales to it. So with virtual bundles, you can actually be more aggressive in how you drive visibility through organic ranking or paid means. With the anything to the buy box, maybe they didn't see the cross promotion targeted, or maybe they didn't see the bundle, but they're going to check out and they say, oh, wow, there's these other products. I can just check this box, add it to my cart. And that's what they do to add that product and to purchase that product. The targeted cross promotions. Maybe they didn't see the add others and they didn't see the bundle, but that extra savings pop up below the price really showed up for them. And that's how they learned about it. It doesn't matter. It just matters that you're creating additional ways to shed light on other products in your catalog. And with 3 of these ways, you are incentivizing it, right? You're able to add a discount. So it's really just an aggressive way to drive cross-catalog promotion and drive up that AOV. And as we know, the more times, the more quickly you can get products into customers' hands within 1 order or 2 orders, the more likely you are to promote customer retention and lifetime value, right? Why try to get them to purchase 3 or 4 times when you can get them in 1 order to purchase the same amount of units? So that is our Amazon cross-selling strategies. They've been working very well for our brands, and we do recommend running them in sync so that you can just provide further ways for people to learn about these options and to boost up their experience with the brand's products. Thank you all for tuning in today to the Vendo podcast. As always, my pleasure. If you have any questions, thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Email us at hello@vendocommerce.com. And be sure to check us out on Instagram at vendo.commerce, as well as LinkedIn. We look forward to seeing you next week on our next episode. Thank you.